Um, Here's a video about turnaround time between shifts. Um, Again, I'm coming from a point of view of bedside 12-hour shifts. There are nursing jobs that are 8 hours, 10 hours, 9 hours. I mean, all different denominations of time. My friends, it depends on which department, which unit you work for. There are 9 to 5 jobs. So I'm coming from a point of 12-hour shifts, bedside 7 to 7, which I think is like 99% of the 12-hour shifts bedside wise. It's really tight timing, okay? Because it depends on the circumstance of your shift. If it was just updates and you guys had low populations, even, I mean, you're out of there 7:05. You know, we joke. There's one coworker. We're like, hey, you can't punch out early. You cannot punch out before 7, because and he and I are really cool with each other in the sense of like, yeah, we basically high five and like bye, because we both research on our own. We both like researching on our own and just getting whatever from the preceding nurse. But then there are times when you have a horrible handoff. It's just either the person takes forever, you've got every little point, you get interrupted, or just what have you. Like you're short. Today we were short-staffed and the groups are all scattered about. And I felt bad for the one nurse who scattered her group. And I said, no, I've been there. I've had to wait like an hour and a half to give a report on one or two patients. A couple happened a couple times. And it's horrible. I'm like, Jesus, couldn't you just take my guy first? Cut me loose. They had to get report to everybody. I had to give report previously, and I had to wait for one person to finish completely, start giving them report. Other person was still going, and when they finished, I give them report. And then the other nurse was busy. I was waiting around for them, and it's horrible when your crew is split up. So I totally knew where I was coming from, so I didn't push them. But because of that, because I still had to do some extracurricular work, and I forgot to chart something, I had to go back. Not go back, but I had to stay a little longer. It wasn't that bad. I didn't get out until, wow, it was probably 8:30. Yeah, it was exactly 8:30 from 7 o'clock. So I was an hour and a half, and it wasn't horrible. It was just scheme of things. It was just how it worked out. I'm getting home now, and my commute's about a half hour. So it's, your mileage will vary. Obviously, it could be 5 minutes. But some people live across the street, and some people live an hour away. I know a couple that live more than an hour away. And I'm like, oh my god. And I'm not gonna be able to eat and put my head down on a pillow because, excuse me, I've got to shower and all that stuff. Finish up my dinner, make my dinner, or heat up my dinner, whatever. I'm still deciding in my head until probably, wow, if I'm lucky, 9:45, 10 o'clock. I got to work tonight's shift, 7. Thankfully I have the same crew, and I have my notes and my S bars are ready, so I don't really. It's just going to be handoff. And the day nurse that. She's overwhelmed. She's precepting. She's precepting. She's actually precepting a friend of mine. I was going to make another video about that. Because my friend, he and I actually started this journey together. We were first day of school. I met him in the first day of class, prereqs. But she's precepting him now, and she's shorthanded. She was near tears already. The shift didn't even start. I was just giving her not updates. I'm sorry. It's giving her S-bar, and she was near tears. And she's a veteran nurse. She's not a greenhorn by any stretch. And I felt bad. That's one of the reasons I'm working tonight. They switched my schedule to help them out. But, geez, yeah, I'm looking at, it's 9 o'clock on the dot. I'm home finally, and it's going to take me a good hour, shower, clean up, eat, make my dinner, blah, 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 and go to sleep. Hopefully I force myself to go to sleep for about 5 hours, wake up. I want to spend some time with my daughter at her place, my youngest, see her, and then go to work, um, and then pull another 12-hour shift. It wasn't an easy crew, but it wasn't super hard. Hopefully, it's not going to be super hard. But be aware this is the time between shifts that you have, depending what your commute is, what you have prepped. And that's why I always say prep. I have part of my dinner already prepped, and I have my scrubs, everything prepped. It gives me a little bit more time to prepare for the shift taking report. And because I had the crew, I'm not going to take a full report. I know them already. I know them better than the nurses there. So that helps. That's why I say try to do back-to-backs, actually. There's a pro and con to it. And the pro is that you know your crew. You get the same crew. That's usually by default. That's what do you call it? A courtesy. So there's pros and cons, but as long as you can get your timing right and not waste time making videos, you're good. You can hack it. Some people, like I said, some people don't like to do 3 days in a row. I like doing that because it gets it done and out of the way. I'm dragging on the third day, no doubt. Second days is a little rough, but I think it's worth it in the end. I just chopping it up though, it just wears me too much. Someone was just asking me about that, and then I was like, it's too much. It wears me out because I have to reset my body. It's like jet lag. You fly to London and you fly back, whatever. And I've heard it said it's easier to fly forward than it is back. I don't know. I'm not a super traveler. I hated flying, but I did it for my previous job. I just did not like it, because I was a salesman. I was the owner. I had to fly. It was my responsibility. Who else was going to do it? But I've heard jet lag can be handled a certain way. And the same thing here. You can handle it a certain way. You can't just constantly do it. That takes a special individual. Okay? But anyway, just my 2 cents on that. Be very aware that you are really cramped on time. It's running 7 minutes. I'm seeing the minutes fly by and literally count the minutes between shifts because you want to get rested, you want to eat, you want to shower, you want to get prepped. Okay? So just be aware of that going in. Most other jobs, I have not seen that kind of scenario. This is kind of, don't get me wrong, providers and doctors have even less time. That's insane. That's one of the things that's holding me back from doing that. And I'm like, oh my God. So good luck.